Hello and welcome back to the NGS Storm Division. I am the Crushinator and I am here for this matchup between Anti-Clown Association and WildHeart Omega. These two teams currently looking to make their way up the standings here, both sitting at, I believe, 3 map wins apiece at this point in the season. So they'll be looking to advance their standings here. If I just double check. I believe I read that right earlier. Anti-Clown Association currently showing in 6th place at 3-7 on the map score. WildHeart Omega in 5th at 3-4, but they are a little bit behind in their matches right now, so they're catching up this week. So there's a little bit of a divide in the standings right now. There's the 1st to 4th, which have the positive win rates. There's the 5th to 8th, which have the decidedly negative win rates in terms of map scores here. So the team's starting to separate themselves, but who's going to be sort of crossing that middle line is going to be, that's going to start to be decided here in this ACA versus WildHeart Omega matchup. So this is definitely one to watch. Hopefully you're all having an excellent evening and you're ready to watch some fantastic Heroes of the Storm today. It's Thursday. It's almost the end of the week. It's almost coming up on the long weekend. I don't know if you're sitting in an office all day like I am, but the 3-day weekend is very, very nice coming up soon. Looks like we've got our 10 players, but we might be having a little bit of connective difficulty. So we're going to just wait for the players to give the old okay. As I pump up my jams just a little bit there. Looks like one player is having a little bit of trouble getting connected to the chat, so we'll just wait for that. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at Dragonshire for our first map of the day. If we take a look at the maps that were banned out, Anti-Clown Association took away Sky Temple and Alterac Pass, and Battlefield of Eternity and Tomb of the Spider Queen were taken out by WildHeart Omega. Uncle TTV coming in with the Tier 1 sub and then gifting 5 Tier 1 subscriptions in the chat. Thank you so much for your support. As a reminder out there, all bits and subs that go to this channel during Storm Division go to support the casters, and tonight that's me. So thank you so much for your help. Yeah, it is September, by the way, so if you're a big gift sub giver, there are discounts this month, so make sure you check that out, not only here, but anywhere else that you've got communities you support, and you'd like to use those gift subs, you get a little bit of a discount this month, so make sure you check that out. And we're getting into our draft. Team's reared and ready to go, as we're going to open right up with a Hogger ban from WildHeart Omega, who do have first pick here on Dragonshire. Junkrat will be the follow-up from Anti-Clown Association. Pretty standard stuff here on Dragonshire. Junkrat has become basically the S-tier bottom lane anchor and pretty much the S-tier defensive hero when it comes to defending these pushes. That level 7 trap talent simply cannot be denied. Brightwing gonna be the ban coming on out from WildHeart Omega as well. Uncle TTV with 5 more gifted subs. Wow, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. It's very, very generous of you. Moist Weenus sent you. Moist Weenus is a great guy. Always catch a Moist Weenus cast when I can. Rexar will be the ban choice from Anti-Clown Association, so we've got some anchor choices, some off-lane choices taken off the board, and Brown Balla going ahead and locking in that global Falstad presence here for WildHeart Omega. Valimar going with the Stukov, Kelsier going with the Chromie. So Chromie is one that, you kind of think of bottom lane anchors. Usually you're thinking about Junkrat, you're thinking about Chromie, you're thinking about Hanzo. But Junkrat has just sort of been slowly eclipsing the other two in terms of priority there. So it's interesting to still see Chromie as, an available on the board hero for possibly that bottom lane anchor role here. And Stukov is always good. Always, always, always good. Anubarak Sylvanas, the power couple themselves, coming on out here for Lupus and Reb. Very strong rotational and siege capabilities here. WildHeart Omega going to be able to move around the map and get structure damage in very quickly with this global and this pairing. See what Anti-Clown Association wants to remove. Going to take the Lucio out, so they want to remove that sort of chase and retreat capability that Lucio enables so well. They're going to need something to help respond here, because WildHeart Omega with this setup, I'm expecting to see an attack on the top lane very early in the game, being able to just jump on structures and get a lot of very early damage in. So Anti-Clown Association going to need some anti-siege capabilities. Probably definitely a great start there, but I would expect them to pick up a little bit more in that department here with these next two picks. See what the choice is going to be. Blaze Murden coming on out. Dude Abides going with the Blaze, and Caesar Salad locking in the Muradin here. Murden able to definitely move in and brawl, so you know, sustain a lot of burst. It could come on out from WildHeart Omega here. Blaze with some good area control as well to possibly dissuade some of those big dives. It's a good protection from Anti-Clown Association here. WildHeart Omega going to lock in the Anduin. Slug Hunter bringing that hero. And Nintori going with the Imperious. So very forward-moving, very aggressive comp here from WildHeart Omega with those two picks. I'm expecting it's going to be a Light Bomb here from Slug Hunter, going to be able to attach that to either Imperious or a Nubarak. You know, sometimes even a Sylvanas using the Haunting Wave in can be a point of attack as well. But there's a lot of good defense between Blaze and Muradin. Side of Anti-Clown Association already. Godfilth going to bring the Greymane in this last pick. Not the safest hero, but can definitely put a lot of pressure onto a Nubarak if allowed to get in range for any amount of time. And being able to jump on Falstad and Sylvanas is definitely something Greymane wants to be able to do. Alrighty. Taking a look here, seeing if anyone's switching up their picks. Looks like everyone's happy with their choices. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Do I not have NGS chat on? There we go. I thought I had turned that on already. Now you can all see yourselves type. That's my bad. I looked over. I'm just like, I've got people chatting, but I don't have people on my OBS preview. That's because I didn't set it up properly. All right, getting ready for game number 1 here. Loading on in. We've got some good defense on the side of Anti-Clown Association, but WildHeart Omega has a very aggressive comp here. Let's see who can pull it off.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
Let's do it. On the left in the blue, we have Anti-Clown Association. Kelsier on the Chromie. Dude Abides playing the Blaze. Godfilth is on Greymane. Caesar Salad on that Muradin. And everyone going to be time stopped as Valimar is on that Stukov. On the right in the red, we have WildHeart Omega. Slug Hunter playing the Anduin. Brown Balla on Falstad. Reb playing the Sylvanas. Lupus on Anubarak. And Nintori playing the Imperious.
Let the battle begin.
Here we go. Game number 1. Checking on those talents. We see a little bit of rotation here from Anti-Clown Association. Possibly going for a gank. Possibly going for the top well. Looks like they're just checking, making sure there's not any Sylvanas shenanigans here as they move to clear this mid lane. Falstad is going to be stacking up those Qs. Gathering Storm is chosen on 1. Otherwise, Muradin just has that baseline quest. No other stacks to be found here. Imperious did go for the W quest on 1 there, that Consuming Flame, to help a little bit with the wave clear and also add an extra slow, I believe. Yeah, that increases the slow amount to 15%, as Anubarak actually going down in the mid lane there. Nice collapse coming on out from Anti-Clown Association, picking up the first kill of the game. And Tori's looking for a charge. Caesar Salad going to step on out there to try to intercept any gank attempts. Then Tori just going to go ahead and back off there. Not worth turning that around. Dude Abides cutting off Brown Balla, but it looks like most of the XP going to be picked up regardless. Siege camps will be the focus here for both squads as we are at the 1 minute mark, and that's just kind of what you do. Brown Ball are going to come on in and help that out. I'm interested to see whether there's going to be a move onto the Bruiser camps this early. So we see the mid lane clear here for ACA, and yeah, we're going to see Reb and Slug Hunter here on the right-hand side going straight after this Bruiser camp to help out Imperius in that Blaze matchup in the top lane. Look at that, Anti-Clown Association already with their level 4s here, pressuring the bottom side and getting ahead on this Siege Giant race. Got Filth jumping right onto the tower as well, and look at that, Lupus and Brown Ball are going to try to deny the push, but going straight through the tower here is Anti-Clown Association. They've already taken out the bottom wall. Unbelievable stuff. Going to see if WildHeart Omega can get the advantage they were looking for out of this top camp. Reb and Slug Hunter are here. Celestial Charge is not going to connect. Caesar Salad is coming on up, and the follow-up is good onto Reb, but Slug Hunter has the pull for the save. Now it's the turn of WildHeart Omega to see if they can get the same thing done in the top lane. Hot Filth moving in there, moving right ahead, getting some great autos on top of Imperius. Huge team body block as Notori trying to charge on through, but Imperius going to go down here. Lupus with the flank, looking to turn things around onto Dude Abides, but Blaze able to just walk on backwards. And the camp is cleared away. Wall saved by Anti-Clown Association. Reb gonna go ahead and warp on out of there. As ACA looking to control all 3 points. See if they can get themselves an early dragon. Got Filth going for the channel. No one able to interrupt. ACA, 3 minute 20 seconds. They pick up the first objective. Chromie using that vision. Keep an eye on the middle triangle. Level 7 coming in for Anti-Clown Association. We take a look at that experience once again. Well ahead on the minion front. And of course those 2 hero kills absolutely helping out here. Let's see Anti-Clown Association move up to the top lane here. This Dragon Knight is so weak in the early going. You can take it up to the top lane, just try to pull the enemy's rotations a little bit, because if you move down to the bottom lane, you're just going to get duped. So Dragon Knight getting a little bit of damage done to the wall, just throwing out those big dragon's breaths as oh, look at that root combo. Caesar Salad has the dwarf toss out, but it was looking dire there for a moment as good collapse from WildHeart Omega. Kelsier a little bit light on mana, working on the bottom side of Brown Balla. Notori moves in for the stun, big root follow-up, but Gotfilth is going to swipe on out of there. Gotfilth moving on forward. Oh, but the turnaround is good, and that's Caesar Salad going to be going down. Gotfilth able to move back. Valimar in some trouble as well. Dude Abides able to hold the line to save those 2 backliners. Good collapse there from WildHeart Omega. See if there's going to be any siege camp invades here. WildHeart Omega happy to do their right side. Right now, Anti-Clown Association taking the left side Bruiser. Before heading on over to their own siege camp. So Blaze going to have a camp able to push along the top side. Right now, WildHeart Omega is hoping to cut a collapse in the mid. Lupus going to get there just a little bit late, moving in anyway, but will not find the burrow charge. Turnaround from Caesar Salad is good. Lupus is going to get hit with the loop here, though. Doesn't have the burrow charge to deny. And, oh my gosh, is Anubrak going to escape here? No, Dude Abides is on the top side. Anubrak is going to go down. Imperius in the top lane, trying to deal with that Bruiser camp push as Anti-Clown Association does find their level 10s. You saw the temporal loop already come on out from Kelsier. We have the flailing swipe, bunker drop, avatar, and go for the throat. Here to round things out for AC Heroics. Right now, WildHeart Omega looking to find their own Heroics. Notori thinking about a flank, but they really love their 10s. Going to charge right over the wall. They're going to go for it here. They have their 10s. Let's see if they can turn this fight around. Big stun comes on out. Light Bomb onto Lupus is going to stun that front line, but Caesar Salad was able to pop the Avatar before it lands. Gotfilth going straight into the back line. Going to bark all over Anduin. Trying to get out, though. Greymane is going to go down. We've got the Silence Arrow and the Gust into the corner here. A lot of low health bars as the bunker is going to provide some armor on the side of ACA. 1 for 1 there. Greymane for Anduin. That easily could have been more, though. A lot of low health bars on both sides. Looking at the ult situation for WildHeart Omega, we've got the angelic armaments. You saw the big gust light bomb and the wailing arrow. And it is going to be Cocoon for Nubarak. Now, Anti-Clown Association working on bottom Bruiser. WildHeart Omega going to work on this right side Bruiser. Bottom fort is already pretty damaged here. This could be a quick take as Godfilth is in position to move on to this bottom structure. WildHeart Omega still dealing with this Bruiser camp on the top right. I don't think they're going to be able to stop this push at all. And first structure of the game is going to go over to Anti-Clown Association here. Dudabides moving back here. Imperius a very good brawler. Slug Hunter and Reb in the area to try to help follow up onto this Blaze. Brown Ball are going to have to deal with the bottom lane push. That's going to take a little bit of time to clear here. Oh, caught out here. Caesar Salad finding the members of WildHeart Omega in that bush. Notori turning it around. Nice pull from Slug Hunter to apply the unstoppable on that temporal loop. Caesar Salad able to get the Avatar out once again. Greymane put into the cocoon here. Will we see a follow-up? Godfilth going straight in there with the ult, trying to reposition. Valimar and Kelsier are pushed back. Godfilth is going to rotate on through, and their Chromie damage is starting to fall down. Silence Arrow onto 2. Oh, the Light Bomb not going to be able to take advantage of. So a lot of ults spent there, no kills. Dudabides looking for the pick there. Oh, there's Caesar Salad going straight in. Lupus able to move back here, but Murden is on the chase right now. Godfilth looking for an opportunity. As ACA do have their level 13s. Kelsier being careful, but will take this bottom side structure back. Double stun follow-up from ACA. There's the silence. Great extra stun. And Imperius taken out. What a dive there from Anti-Clown Association. Couple members here from WildHeart Omega looking to catch this rotation here. The Chastise from Anduin not followed up there, but there wasn't going to be enough damage anyway, as the Avatar was popped by Caesar Salad once again. Murden looking for the channel, and will get a second dragon of the game here for Anti-Clown Association. Taking it right through the mid here. Reb sent away. Is the Dragon Knight trying to remove a little bit of the damage there. Notori moving it forward onto Godfilth. Good swipe there, sending Lupus into the wall there. Able to come right on back onto the battlefield. Interesting little interaction there. Guess when you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, the only thing to do is phase through that rock. DQ'd has been called. Dragon Knight trying to step forward, just keep using that breath to clear the wave, possibly get this well down if they can. Caesar Salad going to step up once again here. And the well does go down. Meanwhile, on the top side, Bruiser Camp being cleared away by Notori. Godfilth. Ooh, nice dodge there. Valimar in pursuit as well, as Notori taking some extra hits. Dragon Knight trying to get away here. It is Murden, so Caesar Salad probably not going to be in too much peril. It's just going to go ahead and dwarf toss over that wall. Right side siege is going to be picked up. ACA doing the same thing here on the left. Are going to have their level 16s here in just a moment, so WildHeart Omega not looking for a fight here. Caesar Salad going to force one, though. Good reposition from Notori, and Brown Ball are going to reset that engagement. Nicely played by WildHeart Omega there, as being picked off in that spot would have been pretty rough. They want to be able to soak 16 as safely as possible to make sure they have something to do when this next objective comes up. Here's the rotation from WildHeart Omega, going to be spotted by Caesar Salad. Bottom side Bruiser picked up by ACA. Caesar Salad going to jump on in there, find the double stun onto 2. We see Murden taking some huge hits as Avatar is popped. Lupus has the burrow charge. Is it enough? Yes. Slug Hunter trying to turn it around with a self-light bomb, but Murden repositions, and Anduin is going to pay for it. Anti-Clown Association picking up the first kill in that engagement, and now they've got a bruiser camp pushing on this bottom keep wall. WildHeart Omega trying to set up the defense, but they're down 2 levels. They're down 16 talent here, and they're down their healer. Caesar Salad moving on in, finding the stun onto Notori. Follow-up from Dude Abides is good. Pops the bunker to avoid that keep fire. Just moving in and out of there, trying to keep that 25 armor up and available. Keep down to half health here. Now this is where it gets tricky, trying to escape. This is a long escape path. Notori going to mount up. But ACA able to mount up as well, and they will escape.
Avenge my husband.
Even up a player and even up level 16s, that escape is trickier than it looks. Okay, we're back. Nothing happened. It's okay. Next objective up and available. Caesar Salad looking for a quick cap here. And we'll get it. Notori not going to arrive in time, but there's the full combo coming out. Notori could be in trouble. Kelsier, nice job with the ult. And that's going to be a pick during this push. It's now going to be a pretty tough defense here. That's a big part of their engage follow-up of WildHeart Omega that's now gone. Wall taken out as Brown Ball is sent back with the kick. This could be mid-keep, this could be more. As the minion wave still putting on pressure. Dragon Knight sending Reb away, and this is almost certainly going to be mid-keep. We'll see how much further they want to go. It's 7 seconds on Imperius. They've got the minion wave on the bottom side, so they're going to pick up a second keep here. As Falstad sent back once again. Ooh, a follow-up almost there onto Reb, but Slug Hunter with the second sense is going to go ahead and pick up that pull. Well is going to go down here, and once again we're in that sort of long retreat situation. Lupus trying to catch up. Caesar Salad already mounted here. Going to go ahead and peel off that siege camp on the way back, securing that slightly over 2-level lead. Right now, WildHeart Omega on the back foot here, down 1 structure to 6. And they're going to be down level 20s pretty soon. Right now, Caesar Salad just patrolling the mid. Could have ourselves an invade here. Chromie checking it out, and Tori just going to go ahead and rip it. But Anti-Clown Association just checking, just curious. They're going to take their own bruiser camp here on the left. So no invades will happen here. Anti-Clown Association didn't really want to invade there anyway. Just going in 19 to 17. Not really the play. If they can find a pick on this rotation, that's great, but just getting their level 20s is the safe play. Camps in the top lane going to be answered. His level 20 is now achieved by ACA. Got Filth in range of this top fort, taking a couple shots there. Dude Abide's going to step up and help that out. Next shrines are activating. WildHeart Omega going to clear away this bottom side, possibly look to find anyone on a rotation here. Chromie checking the lane, not seeing anyone. Top keep is being threatened by this bruiser camp, so we're going to have to see a rotation from WildHeart Omega to deal with that. That's going to allow Dude Abides to grab the top channel, the rest of the crew moving on down to the bottom bruiser. And we could have ourselves another quick dragon here. Caesar Salad in the mid. Gonna grab this channel. WildHeart Omega gonna have to just try to weather this storm. The push in the bottom lane is going to be where Anti-Clown Association tries to end it. They've got the bruiser camp along with the wave. They've got the dragon. Over a minute left on it, 100% health. Can they just take their way to the core here? WildHeart Omega going to have to make some quick plays if they want to come up with this defense. Brown Balla looking for an opportunity They get that gust. Reb taking some big hits on the edge, and Tori going to be pulled back to safety, but there is the double loop, and Imperius is going to go down. Anubrak will be next. Reb going to be saved for now. Brown Balla can't quite find the light bomb connection, and the core is going to start to fall here. Pretty much an impossible situation there from WildHeart Omega, but they gave it their best. But Anti-Clown Association going to pick up game number 1. GG. Very nicely played. Moving around the map very well. Strong soak there. Getting ahead on that, bottom lane siege, taking out the entire wall, and then being able to defend the top really did kind of set the tone for the rest of the game there. Caesar Salad on the Murden was an extremely resilient frontliner, able to get those avatars off in between the CC chains and stay alive from that, a Nubrak Imperius follow-up. And yeah, Chromie in the back, able to just sort of freely deal damage most of that game there. Very nicely played from ACA. Taking a look at the stats there, it was Chromie, played by Kelsier, 42,000 damage, top hero damage for ACA. Reb on the Sylvanas, 35,500 for WildHeart Omega, top on their team. We'll bring up the talents here for those who are interested in the builds being chosen. We'll update the scoreboard and we'll get ourselves ready for game number 2. Taking a quick look here. Not seeing anything super out of the ordinary. Go for the throat was the choice. No cursed bullet allowed. Just going straight for that backline. Alrighty, looks like we've got ourselves a lobby here for game number 2. We're going to be going to Infernal Shrines. Let's see, who chose the map? Anti-Clown Association choosing to take us to Infernal Shrines here. And they even remember to set it up as a best of 5 this time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Alrighty, we've got 10 players in our lobby. Got everything all set up and ready to go. Give them the old caster ready. And we'll get in for game number 2. Excuse me as I scratch my eyelid. Alrighty. Infernal Shrines. You could probably run pretty similar comps if you're both teams here. I'm interested to see whether we're going to see anything map specific. Your Divas can come on out here, Hoggers, Kerrigans, Alex Strazas, dare I say, can come out on Infernal Shrines if you're playing a very objective focused style. I think Mephisto is going to be one to watch. A lot of times we see a Mephisto mid-ban from one of the two teams. So we'll have to see if anyone's willing to early pick the Mephisto or if it happens to sneak through here. Because it'd be interesting to cast a Mephisto game, to be honest. It will be the Hogger and the Junkrat bands once again, as is standard. One thing to note last game was Nazebo was completely ignored. A lot of the amateur divisions are sort of perma-banning Nazebo right now. It's a hot commodity. See if that's going to be any different here on Infernal Shrines versus Dragonshire. But no attention paid at all to Nazebo there in game number 1, as we see Stukov going to be the ban this time from WildHeart Omega. Going to push Valimar onto something else that will possibly mean... could mean an early Brightwing pick here for WildHeart Omega if they're willing to keep it off the ban board. Anti-Clown Association considering their next ban. We're going to get rid of the Vala. Vala's still a great damage dealer despite the nerfs that have come through the last couple patches. Only something to still be worried about in that sort of general high damage slot. The Stukov band does seem to lend itself to a Brightwing first pick, but we'll see if they've got something else in mind. Brown Balla gonna scoop up the Sylvanas. Last time we had Reb playing it, so we'll have to see what hero Reb is going to want to bring to this, or maybe they'll just switch off after. Tychus Blaze will come through for Got Filth and Dude Abides. So that's a frontline killer. So WildHeart Omega going to have to be a little bit careful with their tank choice here. Possibly looking to dissuade another Anub'arak pick. See if WildHeart Omega changes up their plans at all here. There's that Brightwing coming on through for Slug Hunter, and it's going to be Varian this time for Lupus. I like that response. You don't really think of Varian as like a resilient frontline tank in that way. It's I don't know, it's kind of a weird mental thing. But being able to parry away a lot of that Tychus damage, possibly shield wall, a lot of the burst that comes through, makes Varian a pretty hard tank to blow up unless you've got the right CC chain. Mephisto, not Mephisto. That's Leoric. Leoric going to be the ban from Anti-Clown Association, and Anub'arak taken away by WildHeart. Okay. Mephisto's open. Just saying. Just saying. Mephisto's open. Anti-Clown Association considering their next picks. Varian can dive back onto something like a Mephisto. Sylvanas, not the best follow-up in the world to it. But we're going to go with something a little more standard bulldoze here from Anti-Clown Association with the Anduin Diablo. Anduin. So they're just going to try to run it right down the mid, as they say. Caesar Salad and Diablo. Okay. Very solid setup from Anti-Clown Association here. Probably don't want to play Mephisto into that, but you never know. Yrel will be the choice here for Nintori. Try to control some of that aggression. And Reb going with the Greymane to round things out here for WildHeart Omega. Sylvanas Greymane, very strong siege duo. Pretty good follow-up to a Varian taunt. But, I mean, just looking at this Diablo Blaze setup with Anduin in the back, there's not going to be a lot of opportunities to just blow someone up here. See what Kelsier is going to take in this last spot. It's going to be the Hanzo. Possibly looking to follow up the stun train with another Dragon Arrow here. Looks like there is going to be a switch. Reb will go over to the Sylvanas, and it's going to be Brown Balla on the Greymane. Terror greater than hatred? Well, I mean, if you follow the lore, would seem to agree. Alrighty. Getting ready for game number 2. WildHeart Omega. Decent save potential with the Brightwing. Yrel going to be able to control the battlefield quite a bit here. Hanzo and Tychus, not the best, not the biggest set of burst in the world. So we'll have to see who can hold these points better. There's a lot of scary dive on the side of Anti-Clown Association, but if WildHeart Omega can execute their saves effectively, I don't know, I think I like their chances here. Let's see. Let's find out. On the left in the blue for game number 2, Anti-Clown Association. Valimar is on the Anduin, Kelsier playing Hanzo, Dude Abides is on the Blaze, Caesar Salad playing Diablo, and Got Filth is on the Tychus. On the right in the red, we have WildHeart Omega. Slug Hunter playing the Brightwing, Lupus playing Varian, Nintori is on the Yrel, Brown Balla on the Greymane, and Reb is on the Sylvanas, and this game is on the pause.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Like it never even happened. Game number 2 is on the way. Right now, heading straight up to the top lane. WildHeart Omega's on the way. Yrel looking to cut off those rotations. We'll see how that goes here. Nintori going to be discovered, but the knockback and the dismounts are good. Nintori, uh-oh, could be in some trouble here. Right wing going to come on through with the save, but that might just turn into a double kill here. Valimar looking to body block on the edge as Nintori wants to jump away here. Oh my goodness, the scatter arrow. Is Nintori actually going to get out? No. You're all going to go down, but the top tower also falling here. Worth? Maybe. We'll have to see what kind of pressure they can put on the top side with that advantage. Lupus going to get repositioned there quickly by Caesar Salad. Lupus actually taking some pretty heavy hits here in the early going, as it is pre-level 4, and Varian is basically a lane minion. Urael back on the battlefield here, so Slug Hunter going to rejoin the rest of the crew via phase shift. We've got a full-on camp invade. This is something that you can do when you're against a Varian comp. If you're out there in the amateur divisions, and you come against a Varian comp, the 1 minute camp invade is a play that you can absolutely make. And you see it executed there by Anti-Clown Association. A little bit of pressure in the mid as WildHeart Omega going to clean up the remnants of that camp. Right now, Anti-Clown Association moving to the bottom side camp here next. Still got another 20 seconds, 15-20 seconds before Varian turns into a real boy. So they're going to grab the bottom side camp. We'll see if they can do the same thing on the left. Because Lupus actually not going to be discovered there, but does come on out. And there it is. The taunt's online, and Lupus is ready to rock. Taunt comes out onto Diablo. Polymorph follow-up, but this Flame Stop comes back. Is it going to be enough? The short-range pull from Valimar does find the save for Caesar Salad. Tori doing a little bit of double soak. Blaze coming to help out with the camp capture. The triad of camps going over to Anti-Clown Association in the early going. Shrine activating in the bottom lane. We have an Arcane Punisher for our first setup, as both teams look to pick up their Shaman camps to push the top lane away from this first objective. And we wait. Camp pressure has been basically dealt with here by WildHeart Omega, as the first objective is now ready to be started. Caesar Salad will go ahead and start it. Taunt comes out onto Diablo once again. There's the full collapse from WildHeart Omega. Caesar Salad staying nice and healthy, though. Valimar putting out those heals. Dude abides with a nice jet propulsion on the edge, followed up by that double oil. Kelsier gonna get taunted as well. The rest of the team, actually able to follow up there. The pull barely not in time. It looked like the follow-up wasn't gonna be in range. But a nice collapse from WildHeart Omega picks up their first kill. And Caesar Salad looking to return the favor here. Dude abides following up onto Lupus. Varian being chased down on the edge here. Blaze wants it. Just a little bit of extra damage. Can't do it. Lupus survives with less than 100 health here. It is going to be slowly healed back up by Slug Hunter. Oh, wow. Nintori pulled right out of the air there. The follow-up is good. Urael goes down. Brown Ball leaping on, and Diablo taking some hits here. Forced to back off. Greymane going to be the next to fall. And Anti-Clown Association picking up a few extra kills there. Will grab this objective in the bottom lane. WildHeart Omega doing a good job of trusting their engages. You've got to trust your tank. When you pick a target, the whole plan is everyone collapse. They're doing so. And we'll see if that starts to work out for them as this game progresses. Right now, Blaze in the top lane still dealing with the Shaman camp that was taken during the objective. Anti-Clown Association grabs the bottom tower and then is just going to go ahead and look to take these siege minions once again. Taking a look at the XP here, very far ahead on the minion soak, pretty far ahead on the heroes and the mercenaries. We could very well have a level 10 to level 8 situation here for Anti-Clown Association. Going on the tour to camps here. Kelsier getting a head start on the bottom siege minions. WildHeart Omega looking for a collapse. Caesar Salad will absorb the taunt here. Valimar going to be repositioned by Notori. Valimar in some serious trouble. Anduin gets completely blown up. Yrel going to be taken out as well, though, as Anti-Clown Association has their level 10s. Dragon Arrow is going to land onto 2. Follow-up APOC, not going to hit onto Reb, but is there enough follow-up damage? There is. Sylvanas goes down here, and Caesar Salad is not done. Lupus trying to move back. Does have the parries up and available, but doesn't have any sort of shield wall. Dudabide's going to get the capture, and that's going to be a 3rd kill on that chase. Wow. It was a nice blow-up from WildHeart Omega, but unfortunately they just couldn't get the peel away afterwards, and Anti-Clown Association capitalized there. See if Midfort is going to be the next focus here. Anti-Clown Association looking to pick up their back camp once again here. Taking a look, almost an extra 1,400 experience just on mercenary camp captures. And there it is. WildHeart Omega about to have their 10s, but they'll be down level 12 to 10 here shortly. Anti-Clown Association looking to pressure through the mid. It is going to be Cursed Bullet. It's the Juggernaut here for Varian, so wanting those extra charges and still having the 2 charges of parry. Ardent Defender, Wailing Arrow, and the Blink Heal. Looking at Anduin, it's actually not the Light Bomb coming out from Valimar. It is the Holy Word Salvation. Interesting choice there to try to deny some of that blow-up. Dudabides getting out of dodge there as Notori was coming on through with the rotation. Next shrine activating, we'd have the Mortar Punisher in the mid lane. WildHeart Omega doing the same thing here on the right, getting their Shaman camp up and ready to go. Brightwing going to get some off-soak here. Slug Hunter ready to join the fray. Staying out of vision for now. And here we go. Ventori going to start this up right away. WildHeart Omega looking to collapse here on the bottom side. Caesar Salad is way out there. Going to be taunted by Lupus. There's the Cursed Bullet follow-up. Dragon Arrow for the peel. Are we going to see the pull? Caesar Salad okay for now. Valimar starting to back off here. Has the Binding Heal. Going to hit that ult to get the Protect, but Silence Arrow is going to deny that. Bunker comes out, going to save Caesar Salad for now. A lot of low health bars on the side of WildHeart Omega. Varian going to be the first to fall. Brown Ball and Slug Hunter no way back in. Anti-Clown Association comes out ahead and will take advantage and jump on this objective. Things were looking pretty good there for WildHeart Omega. Caesar Salad was way out there, but at full souls and at 2 levels ahead. That's a lot of health to work through. Top lane's being dealt with here by WildHeart Omega, but Anti-Clown Association has the next objective. WildHeart Omega still looking for their level 13, is going to have to just give up this structure. Take their medicine here, and look for a way to get back into the game later. Caesar Salad just going to go ahead and peel off. They're moving right up to the top lane here. They want to get as much pressure on the map as possible. Thinking about waiting for the minions, they're just going to move in there. Odin going to come on out. That should help secure this structure. Punisher is going to go down here. With no minions, they're going to have a little bit of trouble tanking this. Godfilth is just going to use the range right now. It is Master Assassin on 4 here for Tychus, with 6 stacks. So that Odin attack speed will be a little bit more than usual. But they do manage to back off to safety. I thought they were going to commit a little bit harder to that, to be honest. Probably wouldn't have worked out super well, but that's what I thought that they were going to do. I thought they were just going to go full all-in on that structure to try to mow it down. Lupus going to move forward here. Finds the taunt onto Diablo. The Curse Bullet not going to land, though. WildHeart Omega starting to move back. Reb taking some hits. A nice scatter arrow from Kelsier on the chase. Ooh, Reb, gotta watch out. Dragon Arrow is going to be dodged. Dudabides, oh, barely not in range for the jet propulsion. Now possibly turning it around here. Lupus gets the speed, trying to move forward, is going to find the taunt onto Diablo once again. follow-up is in. Dude abides with the stun on the back, is going to drop the bunker in the mid, going to give some extra armor to the Diablo. Got Filth is mowing down Reb on the edge, but Sylvanas able to use the Haunting Wave to get away here. Slug Hunter taking some big damage from the overkill. The grenade not going to connect. And the back and forth is real, but no kills on either side. Anti-Clown Association doesn't have their 16s. Right now, Lupus would love to get this fight in before 16s can be locked in. Another Diablo follow-up. Curse Bullet lands, but Valimar has the pullback. Almost 16s here for ACA. And there they are. Solid 2 levels ahead. They've got the 16 advantage. WildHeart, they had the right idea, I think. Going for that opportunity. Trying to find that pick in that window. Lupus starting to move back here. Uh-oh, Caesar Salad finds Brown Ball in lane. The taunt follow-up is good, and Brown Ball is able to squeeze on by. Good peels there from Lupus. We're going to see Anti-Clown Association moving on down to this bottom camp. WildHeart Omega just stuck clear in the lanes. Got to clear those lanes. It's been sort of the name of the game here. Anti-Clown Association has been on top of that wave clear, on top of that camp control, just forcing the members of WildHeart Omega to sit back in those lanes rather than being able to move forward and get as many ganks as I'm sure their comp wants to be able to get. Bottom lane, Frozen Punisher is going to be the next objective here. Lupus will be scouted. Nice scatter there from Kelsier. Shaman camp taken by Anti-Clown Association, not going to be answered by WildHeart Omega. As Kelsier continuing to scout here on the edges. And the objective is up and running. Blaze on the flank once again. Nice scatter for the scout. WildHeart Omega, I don't think they really have the opportunity. They're going to get their level 16s. They're going to get a little bit of extra soak here. And try to get an even talent tier defense. But in the process, they might very well lose their bottom keep as this Frozen Punisher is going to shut down those structures. WildHeart Omega going to go ahead and see if they can pick up this top fort. Are they going to 39 this? Dude abides? Nope, they're just going to go ahead and pick it up. So they get a little bit of damage onto the wall, and they will come on back for the defense, but the wall of the bottom keep already taken out here by ACA. That will almost certainly secure this bottom keep as the Punisher is now on the way. Got Filth finishing off that well. Here comes the Punisher. The leap is in. Follow-up stun from the Blaze is good. Lupus staying alive at half health, though. Odin going to be popped here by Tychus. Going to start mowing down this structure. And there it is. The ice on the structure is going to turn it off, though. The Absorb Shield. There's a stun onto one. Follow-up APOC is going to hit Lupus as well. Extra stuns onto Varian, but Slug Hunter has the save with the phase shift. Blaze dropping the bunker, but it is immediately shredded away. There goes the keep. Punisher's going to start to move onto the core here with less than half health. Could Anti-Clown Association just go for the win? There's the leap. Follow-up stun is in. Brown Ball in trouble, able to squeak away and survive. Anduin ult is going to get the big protect. Lupus trying to reposition as well, but there it is. Varian's going to go down here. Core down to 85%, but there's not a lot of extra minion support. Anti-Clown Association going to try to stick around for a little bit, but they're not fully committing here. They want to pick if they can get one. Core down to 58%. Brown Ball going straight in is going to get repositioned. And Greymane going to go down. Oh, Brightwing taken out as well. Anti-Clown Association continuing to poke in. Core down to 35%. And I think this is going to be it here. Durell moved back into the core. Reb moving straight through there. Nice scatter, though, from Kelsier is going to confirm that kill. Nantori wants the kill onto Godfeld, but not going to get it. Anti-Clown Association with the slow push are going to go up 2-0 in this series. GG. Another very nicely played game. They had the comp that they wanted. They executed it well. WildHeart Omega, like, they showed some flashes of brilliance there. They were executing the comp the way they wanted to, but just being behind in levels there in the mid and the late game meant that everyone had just a little bit too much health to be taken out. Strong performance there from WildHeart Omega, but an even stronger one from ACA. Very nicely done there. Got Filth on the Tychus, top in all damage stats for ACA. 110 siege, 52,000 hero damage. Over on the side of WildHeart Omega, it was Reb on the Sylvanas, top hero damage, 32,000 coming on out there. And Tori getting all that siege done, top in the game there, 113,000. On the minion wave soak. Another set of incomplete talent builds for the scholars out there. And we'll get ready for game number 3. How you doing, Wildfire? Thank you very much for the compliment. Appreciate it. Alrighty. Speaking of soothing voice, I'm going to go get some more water. Because if I have to go a third game without a break, without refilling this here water jug, it might get a little bit raspy. A little bit raspy. So we're going to go to a short break, and when we come on back, it's going to be game number 3. Anti-Clown Association versus WildHeart Omega. Sit tight. Alrighty, welcome back. We're setting up here for game number 3, Anti-Clown Association versus WildHeart Omega. And we are getting ready to go to Towers of Doom. WildHeart Omega opting for map pick here, taking us to this map. So Anti-Clown Association will have first pick. As we set on up here. Here we go. Let's jump into it. Alrighty. Getting into our draft number 3. See what the see if there's any major shifts in strategy here. Just a moment. Just checking on something there. Okay, I think we're all set. Okay, Vikings and Hogger gonna be the band coming out as we start here on Towers of Doom, followed up by the Stitches band from Anti-Clown Association. A lot of map bands here, besides Hogger. Hogger's just good everywhere. Hogger's just good everywhere. What can I say about that? See if there's any other tricky bands here. Gonna be the Junkrat once again, so no healer bands to start things off. Anti-Clown Association with the first pick opportunity. Will we see the Brightwing take? Will we see them return to the Tychus first pick? Blaze has been working out here for Dude Abides. I honestly wouldn't begrudge them just picking that up right away here. There it is. Dude Abides happy to go back to the Blaze. So, WildHeart Omega with the opportunity. They've been favoring that Sylvanas. See if they want to go with it once again here. Brightwing on the table for Slug Hunter. Slug Hunter going to go with the Stukov, and Brown Balla going back to the Falstad here, getting a little bit of global action on Towers of Doom. Stukov. Alrighty. Honestly, like, I could see Anti-Clown Association just going with what they had before. You just go like Diablo Tychus here if you want. They might have something else in mind, but, you know, I wouldn't mind it. They're going to go for the Anubarak Sylvanas, so just go for that little bit of a deny there onto WildHeart Omega. A little bit of a steal that strategy coming on out here. Kelsier locking in the Sylvanas. WildHeart Omega going with the Brightwing ban. Wanting to deny global parity with that Falstad. Anti-Clown Association looking at the Stukov, looking at the Falstad. Tychus might be an issue for them, but probably not so much. We'll see what they want to consider here in the bans. Will it be a variant ban, maybe? Okay, they're going to remove the Leoric. Leoric, just a nice double soak and bruiser. A little bit faster than Blaze on those rotations. Able to get away from the ganks of an Anubarak fairly easily with that Unstoppable. And they're going to go with the Tychus. Okay, Reb is going for the Tychus here, and Lupus going to lock in the Johanna, our first Johanna of the series. Okay, I was thinking that might be a little short range between Falstad and Tychus versus this Anubarak Blaze setup. But with Johanna in front with that Unstoppable, that might just work out. Put a lot of pressure on that front line. Valimar going with the Lucio, our first Lucio of the series. We'll see what Godfilth has on the edge here. Oh, going with the Zeratul. Okay, I was thinking maybe it was going to be a Li Ming to try to pressure that back line, but going with the Zeratul is Godfilth. Alright, so switching up the style a little bit for Anti-Clown Association. They've got the Blaze. They've got the Zeratul that can sort of act as a global to help catch that mid-soak, help harass that back line. See what Nintori is thinking for this last spot. Will it be the Imperious fallback once again? No, going for the Dahaka this time. Dahaka, the choice for Nintori. See if there's any switcheroos on the picks here. Looks like everyone is pretty happy with their stuff. Brown Ball are going to stick to that Falstad. Okay. Looking good. Looking like we've got a game number 3 on our hands. Fantastic. Alrighty. Loading on into game number 3. Anti-Clown Association. Not quite the early game powerhouse that they've been drafting. Going with a more of a late game setup with this Lucio Zeratul. WildHeart Omega. That Johanna frontline could be the key to victory. Let's find out.
Prepare yourself for battle.
Loading on in to game number 3 on Towers of Doom. On the left in the blue, Anti-Clown Association. Godfilth is on the Zeratul. Valimar playing the Lucio. Kelsier on that Sylvanas. Caesar Salad playing Anubarak. And Dude Abides is on the Blaze. On the right, in the red, we have WildHeart Omega. Reb is on the Tychus. And Nintori playing Dahaka. Lupus on the Johanna. Slug Hunter playing Stukov. And Brown Balla on the Falstad.
Let the battle begin.
Here we go. Game number 3 is underway. Johanna looking for the globes there on level 1. Falstad once again stacking those Qs. And Anubarak is choosing Regeneration Master. There on the side of Anti-Clown Association. It is going to be the speed here for Dahaka. Enhanced agility coming on through for Nintori as Valimar is going to be caught on the edge there, but will survive. Not too much early pressure coming on out from the Zeratul team, as is expected here in the early goings. Valimar just playing the gnat here, just moving along the edge, saying, nah, you can't catch me. Valimar continuing to just poke in on the edges here. Reb is just going to stand and fire, but Valimar just going to get that self-heal. Dude Abides looking for a jet propulsion turnaround, barely out of range. Dahaka actually moving to the bottom side here to catch the soak as Falstad is dealing with this top camp. Uh-oh, but Zeratul's on the way here. This could be trouble for Brown Balla. Brown Balla feels it coming, though. Dude Abide's going to help on out, and Anti-Clown Association will secure this camp. Godfilth almost got there, actually. Good lightning connection from Brown Balla. Almost got the... just picked up the kill there onto the Dark Templar. Bottom sapper camps picked up for both sides here. Lupus taking some hits, but will endure here with the help of Slug Hunter. Nintori was looking for a drag here on the edge, is going to be pushed back. Right now, WildHeart Omega to making great use of their globals. Dahaka rotating around. Falstad is going to help out with the off lane. So, Tori looking for an engage here on the edge. Got to move back to the mid, though. Valimar with the pushbacks, trying to just get those dismounts on the rotations. Taking a look at the experience here. Pretty even. Basically the same on the minions. One extra mercenary camp on the side of Anti-Clown Association. Very, very even here in the early going. Caesar Salad does avoid the weighted pustule. We've got our first triple altar phase of the game here. It's going to be the deep bottom lane altar for the neutral. Gotfilth waiting on the edge here. Possibly could be interrupting the right side rotations. Is Falstad going to be collapsed onto in the mid? But not a ton of extra damage available from either Blaze or Zeratul at this point in the game. Blaze is actually going to interrupt this right side here as Lucio and Zeratul are going to grab the two channels for Anti-Clown Association. Dudabide's not able to quite get in range there. So it will be a 2-for-1 here for the blue side.
The Raven Lord will fall before me.
Teams looking for their level 7s as we have a rotation down to the bottom lane here from Anti-Clown Association. Caesar Salad finding the stuns there onto Lupus. Dudabides with the flank. Lucio was actually taken out on the edge there. A nice toss by Reb on that quarterback grenade. Kelsier in trouble as well. Sylvanas going to go down here. And Tori and Brown Ball are coming on in. They want a cleanup crew. Dudabides with the jet propulsion to get away. Caesar Salad does have the burrow charge to escape. Wow. Full commit there. 2 kills, though, for WildHeart Omega, our first kills of the game. And they're going to look for a camp steal. Retro Petrol coming in with the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for the support. Enjoy your emotes. Sapper Camp stolen here by WildHeart Omega. Caesar Salad looking for the stuns. Kelsier will stop 1, but 2 will connect onto that top tower. Right side Sapper taken out as well. And Tori going to have to head on up to the top lane as Blaze possibly looking for a camp steal as we have a single altar phase spawning here in the bottom lane. Tahaka in the area. Blaze still off the map here. We'll see if Notori's going to go check that top bush, and there they go. Notori not going to move in for it, and Dudabides does escape. Lupus engaging here. Kelsier actually warping straight on in there. Valimar looking for the extra heals, but it's not enough. Sylvanas goes down. Aggressive play there from Anti-Clown Association, not quite working out. Lupus looking for the channel. Caesar Salad not going to get the interrupt and is going to be denied. Gotfilth getting a little bit of poke onto Brown Ball on the edge there, but the barrel roll shielding keep Falstad nice and healthy. Zeratul in a little bit of trouble. There's Notori connecting the drag onto Gotfilth. Valimar continuing to be a pest there on that Lucio. Nicely done. Just in Slug Hunter remaining in the mid, possibly looking to catch a rotation, or just looking to clear this wave, as they do achieve their level 10s here. Caesar Salad keeping a scout, trying to keep Kelsier safe. These 10s are in for both squads. On the side of Anti-Clown Association, we've got the High Five, Cocoon, Void Prison, Bunker, and Wailing Arrow. For WildHeart Omega, looking at the Mighty Gust, Adaptation, Massive Shove, Commandeer Odin, and Blessed Shield. The Caesar Salad getting out of trouble there. Nice counter arrow from Sylvanas. Big Void Prison onto 3. There's the Gust to try to get everyone else on out of there, and a good disengage. Dudabide's going to connect here onto Lupus, but the rest of the team looks like they may get away here. Massive Shove will send Anubarak back to start. And some nice disengage there, making sure to not allow the Wombo combo setup from ACA. Double altar phase in the top lane will be next. Sylvanas actually working on the bottom Sapper camp here, so it looks like we're just going to have an honorable trade here on the top side. Haka doing the same thing over on the right, getting that Sapper camp started. Got Filth, sees the rotation come on out. Will we see a camp invade? Caesar Salad might go for it here. The rest of the team is ready. Gotta go for it now, though. Camp is going to go over to WildHeart Omega, and Anti-Clown Association will simply back off. Tori popping that adaptation, going to go right back to full health. As it looked like the gank train was coming on through. Caesar Salad wibbling and wobbling there in that mid brush. Well, Dudabide's looking for it. Wants an extra set of the stuns, but Brown Ball are going to send him away once again. Silence Arrow out onto Reb. And Tori is going to get put into the cocoon there. Brown Ball trying to break out to Haka. Follow-up from Caesar Salad is good. Nice burrow from Nintori to get away from the jet propulsion. Anti-Clown Association getting worked down a little bit here. Great healing from both sides. Denying a lot of that poke. Tori could be in a little bit of trouble. Has to pop the essence just for safety. Caesar Salad has the unstoppable to get away here. And we have a single altar phase that will be next. Down here in the bottom lane. This is about as even as it gets. Both teams are going to have their 13s for this next objective. 28-28 on core health. Very, very close here in game number 3. Tori looking for a drag there. Blessed Shield comes out as well, and Lucio hardly knew ya. Great pickup there from WildHeart Omega, and Anti-Clown Association just says, well, guess we're not fighting that one, and backs on out of there. Very nicely done. Checking on the top side here, Dudabide's looking for the top camps air tool. Oh, Nintori with the drag capture. We're going to see the Void Prison used defensively as Gotfilth able to get away there. Dudabide's able to finish up that camp before Nintori could come on in there. While on the bottom side, Anti-Clown Association continuing the pressure. About heading on back to their Sapper camp. It's a big cooldown from Zeratul, though. 70 seconds until that Void Prison is up again. Dudabide's possibly the target here as the Blessed Shield comes on out. Bunga Drop going to be used. The rest of the team coming to help out here. Caesar Salad going to get the engage here onto Lupus. Follow-up stun from Blaze is in. Can Lupus get away? Unstoppable Shield is dropped, and Johanna is down. Brown Balla was looking to peel with that Mighty Gust, but it wasn't quite enough. So Anti-Clown Association getting a pick of their own here. Actually, the first kill of the game for the blue team. We'll see what they can do with it. They've already got the Sappers pushing down the bottom side. Extra follow-up onto Dahaka. Not quite going to land there as the tunneling claws were activated. And Tori wanting the engage won't quite get it. As we have our second triple altar phase of the game. And for a quick Sapper camp take here is WildHeart Omega. 5 seconds on the altars here. Johanna in position to at least guard the top right channel. Going to be a trade on the top side between Blaze and Johanna. The point of emphasis will be down here on this bottom channel. Anti-Clown Association is closer to level 16. Caesar Salad looking for Brown Balla there on the edge. Nintori wanted a drag but couldn't quite find it. On to Kelsier. Zeratul harassing Johanna on those rotations. Does have the Void Prison up once again. Anti-Clown Association wants their 16s. They will get it from this wave. Dudabide's moving on in there. Silence Arrow coming on out as well. Couple of big tools there used and not too much gained. Zeratul also having that level 16 is a pretty big spike in damage. Haka looking to come in on the edge. Dudabide's moving in onto the Johanna. There's the Mighty Gust from Falstad to deny the next engage. Falstad is put inside the Void Prison. No Gust for this Void Prison follow-up. Cocoon onto Dahaka as well. Dudabide's sent away by the massive shove, but Johanna is going to go down. Stukov going down next. Nice work by Anti-Clown Association identifying the tools that had been used. They deny any possible peel, and they pick up the double kill. Tori looking for the drag there. It is Tunneling Claws on 16, not the elongated tongue. So no sneakiness there for Nintori, just going standard. There it is, Tunneling Claws used to reposition there. Brownballa able to barrel roll to safety. This Godfilth going to be a lot more bold on those pick plays. Here comes Nintori, going to force Dudabides on out of there. Anti-Clown Association looking to pick up their Sappers in the bottom lane. 30 seconds on the right side, Sappers. Oh, Nintori could be in trouble here, but Brownballa coming to assist. The adaptation is going to be popped. Bunker will deny the push. Jet propulsion. Is it going to be enough here? Lupus going to hit that Blessed Shield. And the full gank squad, 5 members of WildHeart Omega. But was it worth it? Zeratul getting some poke on the mid. Bottom tower. Almost certainly going to be going down here before WildHeart Omega could react. We do have a double altar spawn. Oh, 2 Sappers are actually saved here. We're looking for a flank from WildHeart Omega. Nintori wants it. He's going to have to just clear away this wave, though. And 2 shots are going to move into the core. Extra little bonus for ACA. Lupus not going to be able to interrupt the bottom channels. Kelsey are going to grab that for Anti-Clown Association. Blaze still dead for another 6 seconds here. We're going to see how long that they can delay this cap. Zeratul in the mid, farming out those levels. Blaze is on the way, going to use that mid tunnel to come join the fight. And WildHeart Omega. Oh, Dudabides whiffs there. There's the huge Void Prison in the back onto 3. Nubrak is pulled away, not going to be able to follow up there. Goes in. Lupus is very, very low, but is pushed away. Will survive here. Cocoon is out onto Falstad. Connection from the Blaze is good. Johanna going down as well on the chase. Anti-Clown Association with another 2 kills. Going to continue the pressure here. Oh, they were looking for Reb. Couldn't quite get it. We'll see how long they want to delay this cap. Zeratul going to move into the mid here. Godfilth, oh goodness. Godfilth found themselves in a pretty tough spot there. They want to see if they can get this mid tower before committing to the objective. Not going to go for it. Going to go for their 5 shots here, taking the core health down to 8. They do have a set of Sappers on the way here. Johanna and Falstad still down for 5 seconds. Can the 3 remaining members of WildHeart Omega hold on here and get these cleared away? Nubrak going in there, finding Slug Hunter on the double stun. Triple stun coming on out. Quad stun. Is it enough, though? Slug Hunter is going to go down to the Banshee's Curse. Anti-Clown Association coming up big here. Blaze is still pushing the mid. Dudabides gets on out of there. Godfilth and Caesar Salad ready to move on through. Kelsier can move through as well. And there they go. Valimar a little bit stuck on the edge here as Brownballa sends them away with the Mighty Gust. Valimar moving through the Death Zone to help join the team. There is the Void Prison. Oh, Johanna. The big shield is not going to be enough. Falstad in some trouble as well. Oh, I think the stun didn't quite connect there from Anubarak. Arriving just a moment too early, but they get this mid structure and they may be going for a 6 cap here. Tychus moving to the bottom side, needs to clear away these minions and needs to get on the tower ASAP. This Anti-Clown Association is clearing away this top structure. Maybe 1 shot from the 6 cap going to go through. Let's see. Not enough. Not able to get it enough. WildHeart Omega does have the structure take back. If they take back this mid, this single altar phase will not end the game. So they will secure that. But with this altar, this is going to take the core health of WildHeart Omega down to 1. The rest of the team's coming on in here looking for the interrupt, but they won't do it. There's the wind tunnel going to come on through. The channel is in. Nintori not able to interrupt. Core health down to 1 here. This is desperation time. Reb trying to move back. Godfilth is all over the back line here, healing up with those big Qs. A lot of extra damage going on out. Massive Shove is going to send Zeratul away. Dude Abides wanting to find the hit onto Brown Balla, but won't quite get it. WildHeart Omega is starting to turn this thing around. Big Silence Arrow trying to dissuade any further engage. Anti-Clown Association looks like they're able to effectively back off here, though. So WildHeart Omega. No more room for error. No more room for timidity. Are going to go in for the camp steal. Dude Abides with a giant stun on the backline. There's the Void Prison onto 2. Nintori popping the extra healing. Is it going to be enough? No, Dahaka goes down. Dude Abides starting to peel away here. Valimar on the chase, trying to secure anything that he can. Brown Balla being chased out by Got Filth. Dude Abides with a huge stun. And that's Stukov going down. Brown Balla in trouble. Falstad is going to be the next to fall. Lupus is going to get chased out. Reb going to go down as well. The full ace is in for Anti-Clown Association, and they're going to go ahead and take this series with the boss. Very nicely played at the end of the game there. WildHeart Omega putting up quite a performance here on Towers of Doom, even right until the final minutes. But Anti-Clown Association, the better team today, is going to lock in the 3-0. GG. Alrighty, take a look at the final scoreboard here. Sylvanas, top damage here for Anti-Clown Association, 66,500 there. Quite a lot of hero damage there from Kelsier. I'm going to be interested to look at that build. Reb on the Tychus, top siege and top hero damage, actually getting ahead of Dahaka by, what's that, 60? Is that 69? Is that a nice amount? No, that's like 81. 69, 81, close enough. Close enough. But Reb putting out the damage there. Just not quite enough there in game number 3. Sylvanas, okay, going for the Might of the Banshee Queen into the Unstable Poison there. Festering Wounds into the Remorseless Will of the Forsaken. Okay, okay. So not going for the Tank Buster, going for more of the sort of just maximum split damage there with that level 1. Get our scoreboard updated, and we're going to close out this series.